Dermique in Feeding Hills specializes in the most advanced medical cosmetic procedures that will give you long-lasting results. Joining us to share more about one of the procedures and about Dermique is patient consultant Kelly Ivy Subach. Kelly, nice to have you back here.
Hello.
A lot of people, of course, what you offer appeals to them.
Yes.
But it's important to go somewhere that's reputable, professional, and technologically advanced.
It is the experience. You're not buying a dress at Macy's on clearance that you're not going to wear next year. It's your body. So you really need to go someplace that people know we're using the technology every day. We know how it works and we know what the outcome is going to be. And that's the most important part. Really, don't bargain shop for your cosmetic procedures.
Don't bargain shop. And I think a lot of people, we all want that confidence, especially, you know, as you do age and there's things that you want to feel good about yourself. That's what it's all about. So sometimes money can get in the way of that, but you are willing to help people no matter what their financial situation.
We will figure it out. You know, whether we have to find out financing or a payment plan. Don't be intimidated by, I'm not going to deal with it because I just can't afford it. Consultations are free. You can come in, you can learn about the technology, find out how much maybe you want to save in the future so that you can have it. But don't let that stop you. Don't let the price tag stop you.
So you can pay in advance before you get the procedure done.
Yes.
And just kind of give us an overview of the different procedures you offer. I mean, I know there's so many things, your menu is extensive,
yes,
but just to kind of give people an idea of some of the things they can get done.
We're full body rejuvenation, facial contouring, everything. Botox, filler, smart lipo, the cellulase for cellulite procedures, chemical peels, deep exfoliation treatments, pretty much anything in the med spa, we offer it.
You offer it, and people, like you said, can get a free consultation, and it's about feeling good and having confidence.
Even Latisse, even your new favorite product.
Even Latisse, you offer that as well. Now, let's talk about cellulite. Obviously, you know, people don't love it, but we have it. It's a fact of life.
90% of women have it, and it has nothing to do with how much you weigh. It has nothing to do with how much exercise you do or what you eat. It is literally a hormonal function of the body. Women get it because of estrogen.
But you don't have to live with it.
You don't have to.
And I was able to go and visit you at Dermique and learn more about it, and I want you to take a look. Dermique in Feeding Hills offers a procedure that can eliminate cellulite. I sat down with Dr. Swarzeski about how it makes his patients feel. What are people's reactions typically when they see before and after?
Of themselves?
Or of anyone else?
Of themselves, they're quite amazed usually because people just are used to looking in the mirror every day. And so you really, unless you have a picture of before, the after just looks like yourself. But when you look at what you looked like before, people are often amazed at the change that they've transformed into.
He brought me back to the surgical suite and told me how he can help his patients get rid of their cellulite. It's pesky, it's a pain, it's a fact of life, but you don't have to live with it. I'm here at Dermique in Feeding Hills with Dr. Swarzeski, Dr. S. So nice to be with you. Cellulite, we know of it, but we don't know exactly what it is.
Well, cellulite is only on the female because of the way the fat's arranged. And if we look at this diagram here, we'll see that the fat is arranged in columns. And the columns start to stiffen. There's septi in here, and if they start to stiffen, you start getting divots in the skin. Also, the fat is inside those columns, so if you get increase in fat, you'll see a bulge. Also, you see laxity of the skin. The skin starts to thin out. Those three things combined make what we see as cellulite.
And it's something that, looking at this visual, I can totally visualize how that happens in a woman's body, but men are different.
Right. Men's fat is arranged in X's, so they don't have the columns. So it's very rare to see cellulite on a man.
And you have a treatment here, cellulase,
exactly,
which can help women decrease the cellulite in their body.
Exactly right. So what we do to do that is basically we would mark out the skin where the divots are and where the bulges are, and then we use a laser to treat this. And I gotta grab it from you. So.
Yep.
This would be the laser right here.
Okay.
And it's a special laser in the sense that it's a, excuse me, Stefania.
Yep.
It's a right angle laser. So what's happening is that instead of the beam coming out the top, it's coming out the side. And so when I'm treating this, I'm going under the skin here, and what it allows me to do is to cut these bands. And as I cut them, they release. And then in the areas where the fat is too much, I can turn the laser right angle down and treat downwards on the fat and melt that fat to make everything flat. The last thing we do is we aim up and we start to heat the skin. And we talked about in other treatments where heating the skin is essential to tightening. And so we do that as well. So those three things combined allow us to minimize cellulite.
That's unbelievable. Now, is this treatment FDA approved?
Yes, it is. And it's also pretty permanent. It's gone out for 4 years now, and people are not getting their cellulite back.
Really? Well, that's good news. And when people do get this treatment, what are some of the reactions that they have?
Extremely happy. And I've done a bodybuilder who was driving her nuts with her body when she's trying to get into competitions, and she's extremely happy with it.
How does it differ from other cellulite treatments?
Most of those are potions. They sort of tighten the skin temporarily. They don't work that well. They're not permanent. There's a couple other machines out there that try to do from the external part, but the problem is, once again, there's a lot of swelling involved, so it looks a little bit better initially, but you don't cut the bands, and you have to cut the bands in order to get rid of the cellulite. And also, when we cut those bands, it rearranges into the X's, so it's, you're going to be good for good.
So you're basically turning women's fat into men's fat, is that right?
Just where the cellulite
Sort
is.
of, sort of. And what parts of the body can you treat?
Where there's cellulite. So, but primarily we're treating the buttocks and the posterior thighs, sometimes the lateral thighs. Those are the primary areas we treat.
And how many treatments does it take?
Just one.
Just one treatment, and they see it lasting for years.
Yes.
Unbelievable. And is this something that is pain-free?
There's no pain associated with this. We numb up the area, you don't feel anything.
And you don't have to go to the hospital, you can do it right here.
In the office,
In the
yes.
office. My goodness. And so then the results, people are really happy with it, and they say, bye-bye cellulite.
Exactly. Hello
Unbelievable.
bathing suit.
Hello, bye-bye cellulite, hello bikini.
That's right.
Love it. That's what everyone wants to say, right? Thanks so much, Dr. S.
My
so
pleasure.
nice to be with you today. And for more information, you can log on to ladermeek.com.